Importance of Brahmacharya, just from spiritual, scientific, psychological, and social angles. It is a matter of common observation that people in general do not really understand the importance of Brahmacharya. Nowadays, at religious centers and in discourse, people are advised, even exhorted, to renounce attachments, not to be greedy, but no mention of continence is made at all. Even if it happens to be mentioned, it is only secondarily, as if it is meant to be observed by recluses only. Violation of brahmacharya and indulgence in sex gratifications has ceased to be included among the 5 well-known vices of man. But no one can deny that sex lust is one of the main causes of so many predicaments in our daily lives, in societies, and in matters of business, administrations, financials, etc. Failure to observe brahmacharya according to the tenets of spiritual knowledge blocks an aspirant's progress in the sphere of spirituality. It is true that while praising God, they call him the uplifter of the fallen, but they do not make efforts to abandon this degrading vice in order to become pure by observing continence. It is true that they admit that lust, anger, greed are the gateways to hell, but they do not do anything to keep away from the gateway of hell and enter the gates of heaven by observing brahmacharya. Possibly, all this is due to the fact that they have no clear idea of how great is the loss that sex lust causes and how great is the gain resulting from chastity. They do not at all that the vices plundering all the treasures, nor even think that if they observe brahmacharya during the few years left to them now, they could have all heavenly joy. But the truth that they can have the keys of heavenly bliss, render themselves worthy of God's love through observance of brahmacharya, has not yet dawned on them. This book has been written to bring out the gains resulting from observance of continence and losses due to lust. I have expounded the importance of brahmacharya not only from the standpoint of spirituality in daily life, but also from the social and economic points of view. Besides presenting opinions of experts on biology, psychology, and medicine in the early chapters, I have stated the points of view of monks, saints, devotees, acharyas, rishis, etc., so that religious minded Sikhs find inspiration therein. Reference, though not detailed, has been made to psychology on this topic. Besides, mention of certain historical examples to illustrate the fact that this vice has raised to the ground great Pasenja's countries and cultures. It has been observed that some people, relying on the science of biology, regard sexual gratification as natural, while others go so far as to declare that it is the law of nature, a law enforced from times beyond memory and applicable to the world as created by God. There are those who consider it to be one of the invaluable natural impulses from the psychological point of view, consider it harmful to renounce it. Still others regard sexual desires as love, without which life becomes uninteresting and sapless. There is yet another class of people who often ask how the world can go on if this vice was given up. An extraordinary instance is of those who are setting limits to the sexual gratifications but are opposed to its provision in this case. I have presented all these divergent views and tried to remove the misconception embodied in them rationally and even scientifically, and that is the special purpose and consequently the usefulness of this book.